Welcome to the podcast, Stuff with Steve, and I'm Steve Hill, and with me today is Kaleea, honey. Merry Christmas, Kaleea.
Merry Christmas, Steve.
Are you excited for the Christmas season?
I am so excited. Christmas is my favorite holiday.
It's your favorite one?
My favorite.
Okay, not Thanksgiving, not 4th of July,
Thanksgiving.
something else.
Nope, Christmas.
Christmas is it. Yeah, Christmas is it's a great time because we get to focus on something that's really important, right? The birth of Christ.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So I thought today we'd talk about angels, because angels are so prominent in the Christmas story, right? We have angels talking to Mary, talking to Joseph, making the announcement of the birth. Then we have all the angels with the shepherds in the field, right? So we just have a lot of things with angels. But also what I've been thinking about is how prevalent it is for people in our culture, whether they're Christians or not, to talk about angels.
Yeah. Everyone talks about angels. Whether you're a believer or not.
And we even have a lot of TV shows or movies about angels. Do you have some favorite movies that come to your mind about angels?
Movies, no. Show, yes.
Okay,
Touched by an Angel.
Okay, why do you like Touched by an Angel?
I used to watch Touched by an Angel with my grandmother. And I don't know, it's just a warming show. These angels come to earth and they intercede on human lives and guide them. And it was just always so inspiring to me.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, we had this TV show by Michael Landon, who was a popular actor back in the day. And he did this thing called Highway to Heaven. And he was the angel who was comforting and would come alongside people in their crisis and would help them out. And he would just kind of show up and travel in his car with this other guy.
Cool.
Who was a real guy.
That sounds similar, yeah.
Yeah. And then I happen to remember, I was thinking about movies, Angels in the Outfield.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, that's the baseball movie, right?
Yeah, baseball movie, yeah, because baseball is kind of like heaven.
Oh,
so that's,
okay, interesting.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can believe that. And then there's another movie where it was called, where Denzel Washington plays Dudley, the angel. You're looking at me like...
sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar to you. Yeah.
Wheels are spinning.
And so he plays an angel. It's called The Preacher's Wife.
Okay.
It's a remake.
Yeah,
You've
The
seen
Preacher's
it?
Wife.
Yeah, so it's a
She
remake.
falls in love with the angel.
Yeah, and he's an angel, and that's not going to work.
That's a great movie. Yeah.
But I think the all-time movie about angels is It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. The old movie.
That's an old movie.
And it's about the angel coming and helping the little boy and his family. Or am I thinking of Miracle on 34th Street?
That might be...
I don't
that's
know.
not... A Wonderful Life is where the angel's name is Clarence.
Okay.
And this guy in town is going to lose everything. He's going to go bankrupt because evil Mr. Potter stole his money.
Okay.
And he wished he'd never been born, and he's going to jump off a bridge to kill himself. And the angel shows him everything that would be different if he hadn't been born and how the town would be terrible without him.
Wow.
And every time a bell rings, it means an angel got its wings. That was in the movie.
Oh, okay. Cute.
You'll have to watch. It's called The Wonderful Life.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the all-time angel movie or angel TV series, you know what it is?
What is it?
Charlie's Angels.
Oh, okay.
That's not really
They're not angels at all.
No. So I looked up some biblical things about angels, and angels are found in 34 books of the Bible.
Wow.
And about 300 Bible verses have something about angels.
Okay.
Yeah, so quite a bit of things about angels in the Bible. And one of the things that sometimes we talk... The word angel means messenger, so they're always delivering a message, and sometimes they're there to help. And there are kind of these different categories we could talk about, like seraphim and cherubim are mentioned in the Bible. They seem to be singing holy, holy, holy to God, and others of them are guarding the holiness of God. Angels predicted the birth of Christ. Hey, you're going to have a baby. Yeah. And then angels announced it to shepherds, so they were the microphone to announce the birth as well. And then they strengthened Jesus after the temptation as well. Yeah. And then the angels actually rolled away the stone.
Wow.
So we have it from birth to resurrection of Jesus.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and then we also have this scene where they're going to arrest Jesus, and he goes, well, don't you know that I could have 12 legions of angels here right away? Like there's a bunch of angels, and they're available to help. That's what Jesus said. So Also, there's this thing out there. People talk about a guardian angel.
Right.
So what do you think about guardian angels?
Show me where in scripture there are guardian angels.
Okay.
It's an interesting concept.
Okay, I'll read you a passage about
Mm-hmm.
that. So Jesus said, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" So they're ministering to Christians. But
Yeah.
here's one. It says, "See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven." So we get a little bit of glimpse at, well, maybe there are guardian angels.
They're around.
They're around.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Jesus in that passage seems to be saying that, hey, don't despise little children because angels are watching out, and angels actually see children and they see the face of God. Whether each person has a guardian angel or not,
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah.
kind of question.
I think it's kind of different. Yeah.
I think people probably think there's a guardian angel because
They have like a specific angel that walks with them throughout their entire lifetime
Yeah.
versus angels just being around and watching things.
yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
And I think people probably think that because it's comforting.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So you have
Mhm.
children, or you just think, hey, there's angels watching out for my kids.
Yeah.
Or you tend to think, hey, I got angels watching out for me during the time. So I think there's that thought out there too.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like to me there are maybe two extremes. Either you can think, well, there are no angels, or you can think there's angels under this table. There're just angels everywhere.
Under the microphone.
You kind of go gangbusters with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask you, have you ever seen an angel?
No, I don't think so. Maybe when I was like little and I don't remember it, but no, not that I can recollect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've never seen an angel that I'm aware of.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And the book of Hebrews says that some people have entertained angels without knowing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So maybe.
Yeah, I used to work at Jimmy John's when I lived in Southern California, and there was this older homeless guy that kind of just hung out around, and I'm always nice because of that, because I never know who it is or what God could be trying to do through a person. And he came in for a sandwich one day, and I gave him a free sandwich, and we had a conversation, and he looked at me and he said, "You're so nice. You know who you remind me of? Lisa Bonet." Do you know who Lisa Bonet is?
I do.
I adored Lisa Bonet in The Cosby Show when I was a kid. And that's like such a quirky fact about me that nobody would know. So I thought that was so strange that he said that to me. And I was like, I wonder if that was an angel or at least a message from God. So yeah, I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think there's things where people have a focus or a fascination on angels, and maybe they have angels in their house, like angel figurines, or stuff.
Statues,
and then people can put angels on top of their trees, or they put a star.
Yeah.
So it just seems like we're fixated on angels.
Yeah.
In culture,
We are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think that is? Got any guesses?
Yeah, I kind of think that everybody's looking for God. I think that everybody has this innate desire to know God, and if it's not guided, I think that we get hyper fixated with other spiritual things. That's what I think it is. I think people really want to know God because we were made to know God, and instead of always pointing our focus towards Him, we kind of get distracted or obsessive over things that seem spiritual.
Yeah, I was asked myself that question. Why are so many people fascinated? Because I did a quick search on movies and things with angels. There are so many of them, and what I began to see was that there's like demonic angels, demons, messengers, and there's just a little focus on the spirit. A lot of
focus.
I think of it this way: America is not Christian.
No,
but we're spiritual.
We are.
We're spiritual. Whether that's the New Age, Hinduism, or whatever religions out there, or just something spiritual,
right?
That people are.
Yeah. I told you yesterday about the angel numbers. That's actually super popular in my generation. I feel like everyone talks about them. But basically, if you see a number coinciding multiple times, it's a message from an angel, which is
so
interesting.
explain that, because people like me are like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. So if you see like the numbers 222, or you see 2 3 times in a day, then it's an angel trying to communicate that you're on the right path to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with every number. So there's like a meaning for 888 or 333 or even 666 that's not even related to Satan. So yeah, I noticed like on Instagram, a lot of people have like their angel number in their bio.
Mm-hmm. Their angel number
in their bio. Yeah, so they'll have like 444.
How do you calculate your angel number? You just pick a number?
No, so you don't have a specific number. If you see a number multiple times, some people think that like the number is attaching to them.
What if you see 666 multiple times? That'd be bad angel number.
No, because it doesn't mean Satan. So 666 means like you're having anxiety about something. And the angel or the universe is trying to communicate to you that you're having anxiety about something. So don't be so anxious. Yeah.
Okay.
They're very interesting.
I learned something new today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very fascinating. I wrote down, because I asked myself the question, why are people fascinated with angels? Yeah. So I wrote 4 things down. I think first, and tell me what you think, that we like the idea of someone helping us in a crisis.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, that's why we have all these TV shows where they come and, you get rescued by an angel.
Yeah, we like the idea that somebody's looking out for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I wrote down that we kind of already talked about this. Even though America isn't Christian, people are spiritual, so they're always thinking that there's something out there.
Yeah.
And it made me think of that passage in Ecclesiastes that eternity is in our hearts. We are spiritual people, even if we don't recognize it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Third thing, and I'd like your input on this. I think people are focused on angels, or that comes up, is because people like fantasy, and fantasy is really popular.
That's interesting.
So unbelievers, I think, or people, whatever, fantasy is very popular.
Yeah.
And so angels just fit in that category. So there's some type of focus on that.
Yeah, I would agree. Mm-hmm.
So do you think fantasy is a big part of? Is that a big part of your generation?
I don't know if it's a generational thing, more of like a niche thing. Like a lot of people like animes that have angels in them, or like have games that they play that involve angels. So yeah, I think fantasy's big, but I don't think it's specific to my generation.
Because kind of previous to your generation was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And
that definitely had a big fantasy feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just fantasy as a genre people are attracted to.
Okay. All right. And here's the 4th reason I wrote down that people kind of have a fixation maybe on spiritual things, or angels especially, is when I can't explain something, or someone, I can't explain it, then I'll pick that they're an angel.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're left with, right?
They can't wrap their head around it.
Well, that must have been an angel.
Yeah, exactly.
Philosophers call that God in the gap. Because if I can't explain something, well, that's just God.
Interesting. God in the gap.
God, yeah, that's what that means. There's a gap here I don't understand, and
so it must be God.
So yeah, so some people might come across that. Well, it must be an angel.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So when it comes to angels, it seems like that they're powerful spirit beings created by God. So in one sense, I was thinking about this. They're not eternal like God, because God's always existed, but they're eternal from the moment they were created.
Right.
That they're eternal.
They have no end, but they did have a beginning.
But they had to have a beginning. Yeah. And several places it talks about their power, how much power they have. And there are only 2 angels with names in the Bible. Do you remember which 2?
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel, yeah. And one is called the chief of the angels, so there must be some type of rank.
Yeah.
So an angel's trying to get to Daniel in the book of Daniel, and he says, man, I couldn't get here. There was spiritual warfare going on, and I needed some help, and Michael, the archangel, came. Yeah, so we have that going on. And with that, it seems like, I think I counted 300 verses in the Bible about angels.
Wow.
300.
Yeah.
Because I often think that it's just kind of a subtopic, like not that big a deal, but it seems to be a bigger deal than I'm taking it for.
Right, because it's in Scripture over and over.
Yeah, and it's just not one of the ones that I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Years ago, Billy Graham wrote a book
Okay.
on angels.
Okay.
And in that book, he said that kind of the same thing. He had never really studied angels, and after studying angels, he became more convinced than ever that we need to pay attention to angels and be thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm in that same category that I need to be thinking about that more.
Yeah, I would agree.
So we had that verse and we talked about it. Some people have entertained strangers and didn't know that they were angels.
Mm.
So if I had that thought for the next 2 weeks, I wonder how that would change my behavior or my attitude to people.
Yeah, right. Every interaction would be intentional. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I might be thinking, oh, what if God is watching and that's an angel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I might say, oh, I blew that. That didn't. That didn't.
I could have treated an angel poorly.
Yeah, that's not going to go well.
Right.
Yeah. So angels, this time of the year, we sing a lot of Christmas hymns about angels. And my favorite one is Hark the Herald Hark.
The herald angels sing.
Yeah. You got to get that pause and comma in the right place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think I like that because I grew up singing it in the church I grew up in.
Right.
That was a popular one. Do you have a popular angel song you like? Or?
I don't think so. I think all of my Christmas songs are about baby Jesus and then angels around in the songs, but not specifically angels.
You started to sing a little song by Beyonce about angels.
No, it was called Heaven Couldn't Wait for You. It's not about angels.
Oh,
it's
okay.
about heaven. I mean, angels are in heaven, but yeah.
Okay. And you're not going to break out and sing that right now?
No, I'm not going to publicly embarrass myself.
Okay. Well, angels are all throughout Scripture. We see them ministering to people, so they have some role in our lives, and it may be slightly unclear what all those are, but they are definitely there. They ministered to Jesus at the temptation, rolled away the stone. They announced his birth. Think about this, and they were the first to announce the resurrection.
Yeah,
because the angel rolls away. So they're significant messengers as well. And so angels are powerful beings that seem to be present and behind the scenes, and we should take comfort in that.
Yeah. And maybe even pay attention.
Pay attention. That's right. Okay. No one's ever called me an angel, and that's okay. Well, hey, thank you, Kaleea, for talking about angels, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Do you have big plans for Christmas?
Just to eat.
Just to eat. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm Steve, and I want to say Merry Christmas to you all, and grace and peace be with you during this season.